I was wondering, can you use a wireless or remote follow focus on the MOZA Air? And the answer is yes, you can. Now the main problem here is not so much the additional weight from the motor of the follow focus, but the weight distribution. Although the MOZA Air has a payload of 2.5 kilos, the weight must be spread pretty much evenly across the camera plate, otherwise you cannot get the balance right. And we'll see in a moment how we solve this problem. The other problem is that the motors need a relatively high amount of power, and PDMOVIE only provides a D-tap power cable. This is why we had to mount an actual V-mount battery here onto the gimbal, and we'll see a little later how we did this. Here you can see the controller of the PDMOVIE Remote Live 2 follow focus. All I can say about that, it's really smooth, really precise. You immediately get the feeling that you are in control of the lens. The motor itself has an, let's say, adequate power supply. The focus wheel is exchangeable and it's made of plastic. Now, this might seem like a disadvantage, but it's actually to keep the noise levels down. Now let's have a look at what's underneath the camera. There you can see the small rig U-shaped base plate and a counterweight in the back. The follow focus motor itself is held by a short 15mm carbon fiber rod, and the whole thing is mounted onto the camera plate of the gimbal, as you would do normally with the camera. Now here you can see that we attach the V-mount battery by using a simple fixture that you would normally use to attach a V-mount battery to a light stand. And it fits perfectly, so why not? Now the total weight of this setup is about 4.8 kilos, roughly about 11 pounds, which is just about the limit of what, in my opinion, is comfortable to work with over several hours. Now ideally we would add a 5 or 7 inch screen to improve the visibility and definitely a quick release plate, but all these things will add additional weight, and at some point you will need some kind of external support like an easy rig or a ready rig, which kind of defies the purpose of using such a small gimbal in the first place.